What's up agents, Epic Slayers here. The June update 1.8.2 is fast approaching, and with that update we're going to get the new monthly feature called Shields. Now these are achievements that you earn playing the Division which will grant special rewards in the Division 2. What are the special rewards and what achievements do we need to achieve? We just don't know at this point, but today I want to talk about what we can expect. So if you enjoy this video, drop a like, please make sure you comment, leave me a feedback down below, it really does help me out. And let's get into it. I think at this point it's pretty fair to say that we don't really know anything about the special rewards we're going to be getting from Shields or the achievements that we're going to have to try and meet in order to get these special rewards, and it's likely we're not going to hear anything about this until the Division 2 release has come out at E3 or the trailer. And the reason being is they're not going to tell you what rewards you're going to get in the Division 2 before we know anything about the Division 2, if that makes sense. So it's likely not going to happen until after sort of June 14th when E3 ends. It may even happen after June the 11th, because I think that's when the Ubisoft kind of part is all about, and that's where we're likely going to see the Division 2 trailer. So it's mainly all speculation, and obviously there's a lot of people who have got their own ideas. So I want you to get involved and leave your comments down below and let me know what you think of my ideas, and of course leave your own ideas and I'll read through them. Now in respect to special rewards, I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to get. It's likely going to be vanity items. We know there's going to be a monetization designer, as I previously mentioned in another video. That's a new job that's come up there with Ubisoft for the Division 2. So there's going to be, you know, caches, and there's going to be vanity items, that sort of thing, like the Division. And they've implemented it very well in the Division, as I mentioned in that video, so I don't mind about that. So it's likely going to be sort of vanity items like patches, hats, emblems, that sort of thing. We might see sort of special weapon skins or backpack skins, and I really think that's all we're going to get, and I'm happy with that, because I don't think having something like a special weapon would be a good idea, just because, I mean, you could say a special balanced weapon, but we know what masters are like. This game's, the Division's been balanced in for the last 2 or 3 years. It's likely if they implemented a weapon that you received as a reward, it would be very unbalanced, probably too overpowered, and that would discourage new players who've never played the Division before when they're joining the Division 2. So just to make sure that doesn't happen, let's just forget about weapons, because I don't think that's an option. The only other thing that I thought of maybe would be sort of extra customizable options for your character, but I think that's a very fine line, because you want to make sure that people who are joining in on the Division 2 as new people are getting their money's worth, and you don't want to feel like you're having to, you know, remove content, or at least add other content for people who've been playing the game prior to those people, if that makes sense. So stuff like vanity items I can get, maybe the customizable options, not so sure, but again, it's just a thought that came to my head that maybe that's something they would implement. I'm not quite sure at this point. Now in respect of achievements, I imagine they're going to be very much like commendations, where, you know, you've got to defeat 500 Rikers, or, you know, you've got to do something like that in order to get this special reward. It would be a good idea if it's tied to, for example, your commitment to the game. What I mean by that, for example, is there should be a reward for the amount of time played. For example, say for example you played 500 hours, you receive this reward. If you played 2,000 hours, you receive this extra reward. If you played 4,000 hours plus or 5,000 hours plus, you receive this extra reward. I think that would be fair, because, you know, that really demonstrates massive appreciation for the amount of time you put into the Division. I think that would be pretty fair. Maybe stuff like PvP and PvE playtime, and you get different rewards depending on, you know, which activity you've played more of, or where you've put yourself in those activities. I don't know if they actually check that. For example, I know at the moment, like, you can check how much play time you have, but I don't think there's any way to differentiate between how much time you play PvP and PvE. But if they could, that might be a good idea as well. And also, maybe, for example, you get an achievement for not using Cronus Max. I don't know. That would be a pretty good achievement. I'm sure I would get that, but there's a lot of people out there who would not get that, and that would be pretty funny, although it's quite hard to prove someone's using Cronus Max, even though we all know who's using them. But anyway, that was just my thoughts. I think special rewards, vanity items, and for achievements, I think some of that's tied to the amount of commitment you've put into the game, i.e. the amount of play time you have, and also, you know, achieving stuff in the game like defeating 1,000 Rikers, or, you know, running Lexington 7,000 times. I don't know, but that's just my ideas. Let me know what your ideas are in the comments below. Thank you for all your support, and until the next one, Epic out.